We want to know why self-awareness is so important and how it can be built.
So why self-awareness is important? It's such a lovely question. The answer of the question is there, right there. Only we need to open our eyes and see it, right? So self-awareness is the awareness of self. All throughout our life, let's take the journey, right? And we are pretty much, we have done a journey quite a lot, right, on this earth. So we can totally understand how we have behaved in childhood, in our teenage period, in our adolescent, and now when we are turning a proper adult, how everything is rolling out. So it's how less of a time do we really take out from our daily life and spend that awareness or spend that analysis on the self and nothing anything else. But what happens with us is all we are seeing is the expectations of others and how we can meet their expectations, right? This is what is happening. If we want money, we look forward to see the expectations of our boss meet their expectations. If we are looking forward to a relationship, then we go ahead and again seek the desires of our partner and want to fulfill them. So all these are the ways of interacting with the world where we are learning about them, but the learning of the self is somewhere taken a back seat. So now at this age, we do realize, as you mentioned sort of yourself in the beginning of it, that many corporate trainers and you yourself here in corporate world is also realizing that stress is something that really takes a toll on your productivity.
Yeah.
Yeah, productivity is something which matters a lot to the company, right? Anybody would look forward, what are the charts saying? How have you taken the trend up to the next point? Was the benchmark achieved or not? Everything is about that. So analysis is the very crux of it. But imagine that analysis of happening everything else but not us. So when we go into this journey of self-awareness, we understand that stress is something which is coming out as a reaction because something is missing. Or let's say stress that can be translated everywhere, as you said, depression, anxiety, yeah, other phobias like people who have self confidence issues, self acceptance issues. All these things are then traveling and translating into mind what I would say probably a mental health catastrophe here, right? Something which you're not able to see on the physical world but it's happening on the
Yeah.
inside. So you do realize that all these things play a role, absolutely play a role. So that's why self-awareness needs to be on the top seat, on the top priority. But because it is something which is invisible, no school is teaching us. There is nothing on the syllabus about this self-awareness. No parents are telling us, listen, you have taken the job. Your package is very good. You have a beautiful wife. Now you have to be self-aware. Nobody talks about self-awareness. But the crux of the life goes back to how connected are you with yourself and not with others, because everything revolves around us. So let's have a look at the crisp definition of what self awareness would be. It's the ability to look at yourself without involving emotions, others' expectations, or even your expectations. Because sometimes our expectations could also be a result of what? Others' expectations. It's normal for us. We are human beings. What your kids want, you plan the same thing for yourself. You don't even question that. But what if you can question and ask yourself, what do I want? The only thing that will happen here is you would be able to have a clarity in your life. So if I have to plunge somebody in self awareness, that is because there is a need of clarity. All of us are walking doing the things on this planet without having the clarity of what we are doing, why we are doing. Most of the time we are just doing things without even having a why behind it. So if you want to achieve a why, or let's say have more balance in that aspect of your life,
Yeah.
we need the clarity of why we are pursuing what we are pursuing. So self awareness is basically the ability to look at yourself, at your thoughts, at your beliefs, at your behaviors, even the way you interact with yourself and others objectively, not with emotions, not with any conditioning that no, I come from such and such a religion or such a state, wahan pe to aisa chalta hai to ji isi tarike se chalega. So these are the beliefs basically, right? These are the trends that was following back at that time and you're still carrying in you. So the ability to look at yourself objectively is very uptight. Do you see that? It's almost like peeling the onion. I'm taking every layer
Yeah.
off that you can't think this way, you can't even think this way. ऐसा भी नहीं चलेगा, वैसा भी नहीं चलेगा. Eventually, you're realizing that what is left is the ability to look at yourself without involving your emotions. Now, how does this translates? How does this takes you a place? Whenever you're going for anything, let's say any venture you have planned or any project you have taken, or even if you're dating a partner, if you don't know what you want out of that, or what are your standards, what are your value system, what will happen? You may get something for a while, but you can't maintain it. You can't sustain it then because it never matched your value system, your standards. So it's very much necessary for you to have that awareness of who you are, where do you want to be, and what are your actions taking you towards. I may want to be somebody who want to have six pack abs. I'm just stating because it's very funny example always to give it. Everybody wants biceps and abs, right? But let's say in the morning when I'm trying to see somebody working out, all I'm feeling is like inke paas bada time hai. So you see, my mentality or my mindset is not in line. It's rather completely
Yeah.
opposite. Or when somebody is pushing you, let's do this workout together, let's join a yoga club together. You're like, I don't have time, or probably you are free, I can't do it. So these are the ways we can see that our own core beliefs are not in sync with it. Now, if you can be aware of that, whatever you are trying to reach towards and whatever your actions are taking you towards, there is a huge gap. You can probably do something about it. Either you can avoid, that is the one easiest way we have all been doing it. This is the outcome. And the second outcome is you can probably see it as high time. You can probably see this is it. Now nobody is going to come and push me out of the bed. It's my own body. It's my own goal.
Yeah.
किसी और ने भी नहीं आपको आके बोला, या आपने खुद ही अपना goal set किया somewhere, right? So मतलब you do feel the need for it. You are somewhere in line, in alignment of this goal of yours. But your habits, your daily routine, and the way you have been brought up probably is falling short, is somewhere coming in that between. So this is how you bring awareness to what habits or what thought processes or even the conditionings, our parents. Like I am a North Indian, I'm a Punjabi. So Punjabi, when it comes to being quiet and being silent, they don't understand. It is not something which is so easy. But I have to tell you, all of these things we are doing it for ourselves, not for somebody else.
Yeah.
So even if you're going out socializing, even if you're sitting quietly for a moment there, it's for you. Everything is going to take you towards the direction of knowing more about yourself. So this is one thing which I can tell, that the clarity that you walk with will be the guiding light. So you won't even feel the need that, oh, I may need to have probably go for a stress buster class. Let's say people go for meditation as a way of distracting themselves from stress. But if you can meditate for 10 minutes or 15 minutes and not do anything about your life, then probably we are not matching here. So the action needs to be taken again. That's the point. And action only comes from the space of heart when there is clarity. If there is no clarity around what we are doing, we are again missing the point. So self-awareness somewhere takes us towards a step of having that clarity in life. And we
True.
all love clarity. I mean, imagine a person, and I'm sure you and I share the same feeling here. When we look at a celebrity or we look at a person on the stage, we're like, oh, the way they walk, the way they express themselves, the way they communicate their ideas, I want to do the same.
Yeah.
That's how they're achieving it. They're spending a lot of time, a lot of time. If their personal coach could come out and tell you that one thing they do is self-awareness practice, they detach themselves from the world, they keep
Yeah.
themselves in their block for a while, whatever the others have an opinion of, let it be. But you know what you're doing at that time. You're exercising mentally, maybe not physically, but mentally you're working out. You're working out your things in life. So this is how you achieve clarity, and clarity can take you places, I believe.